Hi YouTube, it's Rochelle McFly. Today is September 9th, 2020. Guys, we are in fall. I hope everyone's doing alright. I'm gonna jump up and do a quick video, and I want to thank my few new subscribers, guys. Thank you so much. For my new subscribers and for anyone who joins, know that I don't do this for money. I do it for therapy. If you like my video, you guys know what to do. If not, I thank you for tuning in anyway. I had a conversation yesterday with a good friend of mine or acquaintance. Um, and she said something that strikes me that I've heard a lot of black women say, and I don't understand this. So, women who can relate to this, you can leave it in my comment section, let me know. We were talking about, I've known this this woman now since about 1996-ish. Because just to give you a little insight on my life, I went to 2 middle schools, 2 high schools, 2 elementary schools. I went to 1 high school and elementary school, middle school up north, and 1 apiece down south. So in some ways, I was fortunate enough to get the East Coast top and bottom all my life, or parts of anyway, to be fair. So I met this young lady back in 96 when my older sister and I moved back up north from down south. And this young lady, she's a baby mama. All my friends from back in the day are baby mamas. None of them wives. One became a wife, but she talks a good game of how you don't need a man and she can do it herself. But to my understanding, she asked this guy to marry him. I don't know, I wasn't there, but knowing her, she did. But this particular friend, we were talking about relationships and the times and, things that most of us are talking about these days. And she used this phrase that I've heard in the last 2 years here in Philly, real strong. So I know it's up in New England. I know it's across the country in every hood. What the holy fuck is up with black women saying I'm petty? We were talking about this or that and the other in relationships and things, and she says, I'm petty. I didn't tell her this because I know the kind of person she is. A lot of my friends, quote unquote, back home from both places, it bugs them that I live in a major city. I'm not even doing as well as I like to, but we all know women are women and people are people. So she said, I'm real petty. I'll do this, that, and the third. I've heard women here in Philly say, I'm petty. I've heard a woman say, I'm the queen of petty. I'm petty, I'm petty, I'm petty. Do a lot of you hoes who call yourself petty know what petty means? Petty means small, insignificant, unimportant, simple. Now see, what I don't understand, as a black woman and used to be black little girl who's gotten called white, quote unquote, all her life because of the way I speak, or the way that I dress, or the way I present myself, or whatever have you. When a woman like me says, yeah, you're right, you are petty, why do you get upset? I'm just agreeing with you. It's kind of the same thing with black women calling each other bitches and bitch this, bitch that. Let me assure you, YouTube, whoever's watching this, I just hit 40 years old. I assure you, I've never let women, friends or otherwise, call me a bitch. If I get called a bitch, you know that something might go down. There's none of that playing and all that. I don't let other women call me boo and all that other bullshit. My name is Rochelle. And I was brought up in a time where being called a bitch was an insult. Now, it's like I told this woman who introduced herself, I'll never forget, a woman named Tanya here in Philadelphia introduced herself to me in the room. Never met this woman, and she said, Tanya, I'm that bitch. So, long story short, with this particular woman, it's like I ended up telling her, you certainly are a bitch, so go put your nasty ass up on the corner and go get fucked, like a bitch does. Because a bitch is a female dog. A bitch is always in heat. And that's certainly a lot of you people with vaginas. But the whole petty thing, I agree 1,000% with a lot of you heifers. You are petty. And it has nothing to do with money. Because money can't buy certain things. Money can't buy class. It can't buy happiness. No matter what they float out here nowadays. Money is a tool, and you need, to me, you need a good amount of it to live well. But money can't buy certain things. And I would never, ever, ever walk around calling myself petty, because I'm not petty. I'm big. I'm big in stature. I'm big in personality. I'm a Leo. I'm just a big person. Big thoughts, big manners, big everything. There's nothing petty about me. But for a lot of you women who say you're petty, I certainly agree with you. That's why you're in the position that you're in, because you're oh so petty. Now, with this particular friend, I wasn't going to go back and forth, because the couple African American quote unquote friends I have from those days up north anyway, as I said earlier, it burns their biscuits. They're back home doing a bunch of nothing but being niggas' baby mama, or 2 or 3 times over in a lot of cases. They're not doing anything out of the ordinary, and it burns them up that me in their life, or women like me and whatever, and in whoever's life, do what we want to do. We make our own fucking rules. And we don't go with what everyone else is doing. Because usually if everyone else is doing it, it's not going to end well. I will never let a woman or man, and I will never call myself petty, a bitch, simple, none of that. Because that ain't none of that here. But I was wondering when she said it, I said, I have to do a video about this. Because I have been trying to figure it out for the last 24 months. Because I heard it not last summer 2020, but 2019. I heard it so much throughout Philadelphia. I'm petty. I'm the queen of petty. Y'all know I'm petty. And da-da-da-da. Then y'all wonder why no one wants to fucking date you. And this ain't for my Negro women that are in the same boat as me. We're just caught up with the 74% illegitimate out of wedlock households out here. The last 25, 26% across the ages, we're just caught the fuck up with you petty women's tomfoolery. That's what we are. So we sit back and we watch. So these petty women that take so much pleasure in being called petty, or maybe you know someone who calls himself petty, or maybe you just want to give your opinion. Can you guys let me know? Why would anyone call themselves small, insignificant, unimportant? Because I know I'm in the time with a whole bunch of bad bitches with their WAP or whatever the fuck it is at this moment. But can all these bad bitches please go by a thesaurus, or hell, at least download dictionary.com, and you will find out the definition of petty. And petty doesn't have a good definition. Not at all. No more than a bitch. But I'm glad a lot of you women at the beginning of this decade find yourself petty. Because in my estimation, you're going to find out how petty you are by the end of this decade. You're going to find out not only how petty you are, but how insignificant your children are. You're going to find out that you believe that lie and sip that Kool-Aid. In another good 10 years, I give it another, by 20, 30, 31, you're going to wish you never called yourself petty and simple. Believe me. Believe me. And I have a gift, guys. I predicted Donald Trump was going to win presidency. I predicted that the Eagles were going to win their Super Bowl. I know what I know. And by the end of this decade, a lot of you bad bitches and you twerkers and all you broads that were too old to be pulling stunts that last decade, my age, a little older, a little younger, certainly the ones coming up now, oh, you're going to get it. And a lot of you men too, but this ain't about the men. Like my girl Kim said, tonight ain't about the fellas. Talking about you women. Oh, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. And I don't know what it is. But whenever we're at a time where black women call themselves petty and say it like a badge of honor, we're screwed. Well, YouTube, those are my thoughts tonight. I'll probably hit you with another video sometime this weekend. You guys be safe. It's almost Friday. Take care of yourselves and take care of your family. I'm out of here.